Hello everyone, welcome to Let's Crack UPSC CSE English. In today's session, we'll continue with the NCERT Marathon series where we were studying Contemporary India 1. Now today we'll start with the part 3. Yes friends, it's my pleasure to welcome you all on Unacademy, India's largest learning platform. It's me, Rushikesh Inamdar, guiding UPSC aspirants from last 8 years. You can follow me on Unacademy using this link. Yes, friends, Unacademy believes on quality education. So it is the opportunity to all learners where you can report us any inappropriate content or information in the video and be the first one to report particular issue to claim your prize. So friends, crack your UPSC CSE examination with quality education by Unacademy. We are also providing comprehensive UPSC test series. Now what is meant by that? So friends, in this test series, we'll cover topic-wise sectional and full-length tests which will boost up your preparation with your evaluation process. Now, this comprehensive test worth rupees 30,000 you will get absolutely free. Now, this test series, a comprehensive test series, you will get free with minimum 1 year of subscription, and this offer is valid till 30th June. So hurry up, enroll for the courses as per your convenience. We are also providing Maha subscription offer where you will get extension or the validity of your subscription till mains examination. For example, 1 year of your course, when you will choose for 1 year subscription, you will get guaranteed validity till mains 2022, and for 2 years subscription you will get guaranteed validity till mains 2023. Yes friends, we are also providing huge discount on combo subscription. So these are the limited period offer. You can join these courses. Those aspirants looking for any no cost EMI or other benefits we are providing, you can use this link to opt these facilities. And Unacademy is also providing study material in hard copy with minimum 1 year of subscription. We will discuss all these offers during the session as well. Now here is the last date, 30th June, for the one-on-one mentoring courses. Yes, we are providing one-on-one personal mentoring with UPSC courses. Now friends, those aspirants will go with minimum 2 years of Iconic subscription. First 100 aspirants will eligible for the same. We are also providing Iconic and Plus subscription. Now in Iconic subscription friends, you will get all the features of Plus course like live classes, weekly test, structured courses and unlimited access. Now, along with all these features, in Iconic course we are providing additional features like personal guidance, study material, study planner, expert guidelines and test analysis. So, those aspirants pursuing their graduation or after their 12th examination planning to start their preparation for civil services, they can go with our Iconic course. Yes, here you can use referral code RBI Live to get 10% discount with our paid subscriptions, which means for 2 years of Plus subscription you have to pay only 64,800 rupees, and 2 years of Iconic course you have to pay only 1,04,175 rupees. Yes friends, along with that we are providing discount on optional subject as well. You will get 10% discount using referral code RBI Live with your optional preparation. Yes, here are the new batches. We are going to start from 30th June. 1 year batch, revision batches and NCERT batches are there. Free test series for all aspirant. You can use referral code RBI Live, and in this test series will cover general studies and current affairs part. So friends, hurry up, enroll yourself for free test series and Unacademy Combat as well. We are conducting combat on every Sunday morning 11 AM. Here also you can use code RBI Live for the enrollment of combat. It's absolutely free. We'll provide you the link in the description box. So friends, here we go with today's session, that is NCERT Marathon Series Part 3. So friends, we have covered in contemporary Part 1 like India, size and location, physical features of India, drainage, and now we will continue with the remaining part of climate, and then we'll continue further topics. So friends, I hope you have revised what we have covered in our marathon series. Yes, number of aspirants asking one doubt. NCERTs are important for the preparation of civil services? Then my answer is yes. Friends, we can build our base or basic concept clarification through NCERT, and which will help us in preliminary and mains examination as well. Here you can develop your answer writing part along with our practice sessions. Now we'll start with them. Before going to start today's session, we'll continue with the recap what we have covered. So India, size and location we have covered, where we discussed about the location of our country in context with the global map. Yes, the main land of our country, which extends between latitudes of 8 degree 4 north and 37 degrees 6 north, and longitudes 68 degrees 7 minutes east and 97 degrees 25 minutes east. Then we discussed about the Tropic of Cancer, which divides our country into almost two equal parts. Yes, this is the location of our country. Friends, in many one-day examinations, there are questions related to the Indira point. So we have discussed that the southernmost point of the Indian Union is Indira point. Yes. So see, somewhere here in the map, Indira point. Then we have discussed about size of our country. So our country has an area of 3.28 million square kilometer. These are the 7 largest countries of the world. First Russia, then Canada, United States of America, China, Brazil, Australia, and 7th country, India. Yes, this is the extent and standard meridian. So this is the standard meridian. So north, south, west and east extent of our country, we have discussed in detail. After that, friends, we have covered about India and the world. Discussed about Suez Canal. Then our neighboring countries. Yes, friends. So we are sharing land boundaries with Pakistan, Afghanistan in the northwest, China, that is part of Tibet, Nepal and Bhutan in the north, and Myanmar and Bangladesh in the east. When we are talking about the southern neighbors across the sea, which consist of two islands countries, that is Sri Lanka and Maldives. So Sri Lanka is separated from India by narrow channel of sea which found by the Palk Strait and the Gulf of Mannar, while Maldives Islands are situated to the south of the Lakshadweep Islands. Yes. Now see the neighboring countries shown in the map. We'll start with the northwest, then north, then eastern part, and then southernmost. This is the Maldives and Sri Lanka. Yes. So these are the neighboring countries of India. Now, after that, friends, we discussed about the physical features of India, where we have covered physiographic divisions of our country: Himalayan mountains, northern plain, then the northern plain, after that the peninsular plateau, the Indian desert, the coastal plains, the islands, so friends, now remember that we have only active volcano which is found on barren islands in Andaman and Nicobar group of islands. Yes, active volcano is found on barren island. Then we have covered the drainage, systems in India, where we have discussed Himalayan rivers and peninsular rivers, few features. In Himalayan rivers, we have discussed the Indus river system, the Ganga river system, yes, Namami Gange program. I hope everyone aware about the program launched by the central government, and it's a flagship program. to accomplish the objective of effective abatement of pollution and conservation and regeneration of the national river. Yes, then we have discussed about Sundarban Delta, then the Brahmaputra river system. So friends, the Brahmaputra is known as Sangpo in Tibet, whereas Jamuna in Bangladesh, then we have discussed about the peninsular rivers. So friends, this is the drainage system. Then Narmada basin we have discussed. Then the Tapi basin, the Godavari basin, Mahanadi basin, Krishna basin, Kaveri basin, then we have discussed about lakes, then we have also covered river pollution, yes friends, National River Conservation Plan. So the river cleaning program in the country was initiated with the launching of the Ganga Action Plan in 1985. Yes, then the plan was expanded to cover other rivers under the NRCP. Yes. Approx after 10 years, we have extended the program to other rivers as well for the conservation purpose. Then we have discussed the climate. So friends, basically climate, the climate which refers to the sum total of weather conditions and variations over a large area for a long period of time, whereas weather refers to the state of the atmosphere over an area at any point of time. So this is the difference between climate and weather. So basically climate is observed for a long period of time, and where weather is observed any point of time. Yes. So friends, we are listening word monsoon every time. Yes. So the word monsoon is derived from the Arabic word mawsim. Yes, and the meaning of this word is season. So friends, do you know in certain places there is wide difference between day and night temperatures? Yes, in our country, in the Thar desert, the day temperature may rise to 15 degrees Celsius and drop down to near 15 degrees Celsius the same night. Yes, the variation in 24 hours, like 50 degrees Celsius to 15 degrees Celsius. And another side, we can say such places where there is hardly any difference in day and night temperature. For example, Andaman and Nicobar Island or in Kerala. We have also discussed about precipitation. Now friends, we'll start with the climatic controls. Yes. So friends, there are 6 major controls of the climate. When we are observing climate of any place, there are 6 major controls. They are latitude, altitude, pressure and wind system, distance from sea, ocean current, and relief features. Yes, so there are 6 major controls of the climate of any place: latitude, altitude, pressure and wind system, distance from the sea, which is continentally, and ocean currents and relief features. Yes, so due to the curvature of the earth, the amount of solar energy which received varies according to latitude. So as a result, air temperature generally decreases from the equator towards the poles. Yes, as one goes from the surface of the earth to higher altitudes, the atmosphere becomes less dense and temperature decreases. So the hills are therefore cooler during summers. So the pressures and wind system of any area which is depend on the latitude and altitude of the place, that particular place. So friends, here you can just note down the line. Sometimes examiner will ask you in the exam in statement and assertion question type, the pressure and wind system of any area depend on. They'll give you a number of options, like they also give you the controls of the climate. Now remember that the latitude and altitude of the place which describing the pressure and wind system of that particular area. So the pressure and wind system of any area depend on the latitude and altitude. Yes, so the sea exerts a moderating influence on climate. Yes friends, how many of you visited seashore? Yes friends. Or yes, when we are talking about the northern states, we are frequently visiting, or it's difficult for us to enjoy the climate of seashore. So friends, normally sea exerts a moderating influence on climate. As the distance from the sea increases, its moderating influence decreases and the people experience extreme weather conditions. Yes, when we are talking about the climatic conditions of Mumbai and Delhi, it's completely vary. So this conditions is known as continentally, which means very hot during summers and very cold during winters. This is the moderating influence on climate by the sea. Then ocean currents. So friends, ocean currents along with onshore winds affect the climate of the coastal areas, where we can study the example. Any coastal area with warm or cold current flowing past, it will be warmed or cooled if the winds are onshore. And finally, relief. Relief to plays a major role in determining the climate of a place. Yes, one of the major controls of the climate. So relief to plays a major role in determining the climate of a place. So high mountains act as barriers for cold or hot winds. They may also cause precipitation if they are high enough and lie in the path of rain-bearing winds. Yes, the leeward side of the mountains. Yes, the leeward side of mountains remains relatively dry. Now, after the climatic controls, now we'll see factors affecting India's climate. In detail, we'll see. First is latitude. So friends, the Tropic of Cancer passes through the middle of the country from the run of Kutch in the west to Mizoram in the east. So almost half of the country, which lies south of the Tropic of Cancer, which belongs to the tropical area, and all the remaining area north of the tropic, which lies in the subtropics. So therefore, India's climate has characteristics of both, that is the tropical as well as subtropical climates. Yes friends. So India's climate has characteristics of tropical as well as subtropical climates. Now second, altitude. So friends, India has mountains to the north which have an average height of about 6,000 meters. India also has a vast coastal area where the maximum elevation is about 30 meters. The Himalayas prevent the cold winds from Central Asia, which form entering the subcontinent. So it is because of these mountains that this subcontinent experience comparatively milder winters as compared to Central Asia. So friends, we can say here these mountains worked as barriers and they control the cold winds from Central Asia to the Indian continent. So in our northern area or north side of our country, which covers with mountains which have an average height of about 6,000 meters, yes. The next factor is pressure and winds. So friends, the climate and associated weather conditions in India, which are governed by atmospheric conditions like pressure and surface winds, upper air circulation, western cyclonic disturbances and tropical cyclones. Yes. So, climate and associated weather conditions in our country we can describe by the atmospheric conditions like pressure and surface winds, upper air circulation, western cyclonic disturbances and tropical cyclones. So friends, India lies in the region of northeasterly winds, and these winds originate from subtropical high pressure belt of the northern hemisphere. They blow southwards, get deflected to the right due to the Coriolis Force, and move towards the equatorial low pressure area. Yes, a country lies in the region of the northeasterly winds. These winds originate from subtropical high pressure belt of the northern hemisphere. They blow southwards, get deflected to the right due to the Coriolis Force, and move towards the equatorial low pressure area. Yes. Now yes, friends, you can go with the atlas for the same. Just open the atlas and world map. Yes, where we can see the easterly winds and their moving direction. Now, generally these winds carry little moisture as they originate and blow over land. Yes. So, therefore, these easterly winds bring little or no rain. But India should have been an arid land, but it is not so. Let us see why. So, the pressure and wind conditions over India are unique. During winter, there is a high pressure area north of the Himalayas. Yes, there is a high pressure area north of the Himalayas. Now, what happened after that? Cold dry winds blow from this region to the low pressure areas over the oceans to the south. So in summer, a low pressure area develops over interior Asia as well as over northwestern India. So this causes a complete reversal of the direction of winds during summer. So air moves from the high pressure area over the southern Indian Ocean. So in a southeasterly direction, which crosses the equator and turns right towards the low pressure areas over the Indian subcontinent. Yes. So friends, these are known as the southwest monsoon winds, and these winds blow over the warm oceans. Yes, these winds blow over the warm oceans, gather moisture and bring widespread rainfall over the mainland of India. And the upper air circulation in the region, which is dominated by westerly flow, an important component of the flow, which is jet stream. Yes. So before going to learn about jet streams, friends, Coriolis Force, which is an apparent force caused by the Earth's rotation. A Coriolis force is responsible for deflecting winds towards the right in the northern hemisphere and towards the right in the northern hemisphere and towards the left in the southern hemisphere. So this is an apparent force which caused by the Earth's rotation. So the Coriolis force is responsible for deflecting winds towards the right in the northern hemisphere and towards the left in the southern hemisphere. This is also known as Farrell's law. Yes, friends. Now, after that, we'll continue with the jet streams. So friends, the upper air circulation in the region is dominated by westerly flows. An important component of this flow is the jet stream. These jet streams are located approximately over 27 degrees to 30 degrees north latitude, and therefore they are known as subtropical westerly jet streams. So over India, these jet streams blow south of the Himalayas all through the year except in summer. Yes, the western cyclonic disturbances which experienced in the north and northwestern parts of the country, which are brought in by this westerly flow in summer, the subtropical westerly jet stream moves north of the Himalayas with apparent movement of the sun, and easterly jet stream called the subtropical easterly jet stream blows over peninsular India, which is approximately over 14 degrees north during the summer months. Yes. So now we'll see in short what is meant by jet stream. So friends, basically jet stream are a narrow belt of high altitude above 1200 meter. Yes, jet stream are a narrow belt of high altitude westerly winds in the troposphere. The speed varies about 110 km per hour in summer to about 184 km per hour in winter. So number of separate jet streams have been identified, and the most constant are in the mid latitude and the subtropical jet stream. So jet stream are a narrow belt of high altitude westerly winds in the troposphere. Now, western cyclonic disturbances. So friends, I hope you have read about in newspapers there are effect of cyclones or the western cyclonic disturbances in some states have government facing or providing the services during such disasters. Now we'll understand the western cyclonic disturbances, the geographical cause. So the western cyclonic disturbances are weather phenomenon of winter months brought in by the westerly flow from Mediterranean region. They usually influence the weather of the north and northwestern regions of India. Then tropical cyclones which occur during the monsoon as well as in October-November and are part of the easterly flow. These disturbances affect the coastal regions of the country. Yes. Basically, these western cyclonic disturbances affect the coastal regions of the country. Now, after the western cyclonic disturbances, now we'll see the Indian monsoon. Yes. Now friends, we'll see the Indian monsoon. So the climate of India is strongly influenced by monsoon winds. We have covered the origin of word monsoon. Now, so friends, the sailors who came to India in historic times were one of the first to have noticed the phenomenon of the monsoon. Yes, the sailors benefited from the reversal of the wind system as they came by sailing ships at the mercy of winds. The Arabs, who had also come to India as traders, which named the seasonal reverser of the wind system is monsoon. Yes, the picture given in the NCERT, the arrival of monsoon. Yes. Now friends, see, these are the surface winds and these are the subtropical westerly jet stream. So, atmospheric condition over the Indian subcontinent, specifically in the month of January, then atmospheric conditions over the Indian subcontinent in the month of June. So these are the subtropical westerly jet stream. This is the tropical easterly jet stream. Again, subtropical westerly jet stream. And these are the surface winds. So friends, the monsoons are experienced in the tropical are roughly between 20 degrees north and 20 degrees south. So to understand the mechanism of monsoons, we'll see few important facts like the differential heating and cooling of land and water. The differential heating and cooling of land and water. Yes, which creates low pressure on the landmass of India, while seas around experience comparatively high pressure. Yes, when we are talking about the monsoons, the time where the differential heating and cooling of land and water, which creates low pressure on the landmass of India, while the seas around experience comparatively high pressure. For example, if we'll consider this is the sea and this is a landmass of India. Now understand the pressure. This is the high pressure and this is the low pressure. Then the shift of the position of Intertropical Convergence Zone ITCZ so in summer over the Ganga plain, yes, the shift of the position of Intertropical Convergence Zone ITCZ in summer over the Ganga plain. So this is the equatorial through normally positioned about 5 degrees north of the equator, and it is also known as the monsoon through during the monsoon season. Then the facts like the presence of high pressure area east of Madagascar, so approximately at 20 degrees south over the Indian Ocean, and the intensity and position of this high pressure area affects the Indian monsoon. Then the Tibetan plateau gets intensely heated during summer, which results in strong vertical air currents and the formation of low pressure over the plateau at about 9 km above sea level. Then the movement of the westerly jet stream to the north of the Himalayas and the presence of the tropical easterly jet stream over the Indian peninsula during summer. Yes. Now, so friends, where we have discussed, we talked about the ITCZ, which is Intertropical Convergence Zone. Yes, the Intertropical Convergence Zone is a broad of low pressure in equatorial latitudes, and this is where the northeast and the southeast trade winds converge. This convergence zone lies more or less parallel to the equator but moves north or south with the apparent movement of sun. Yes, the ITCZ. The Intertropical Convergence Zone is broad through a low pressure in equatorial latitudes. This is where the northeast and the southeast trade winds converge, and this convergence zone lies more or less parallel to the equator, but moves north or south with the apparent movement of the sun. Now, apart from this, it has also been noticed that changes in the pressure conditions over the southern oceans also affect the monsoons, and normally when the tropical eastern south Pacific Ocean experiences high pressure and the tropical eastern Indian Ocean experiences low pressure, but in certain years there is reversal in the pressure conditions and the eastern Pacific has lower pressure in comparison to the eastern Indian Ocean. Yes, so apart from this facts like the differential heating and cooling of the land and water, the shift of position of the ITCZ, the presence of the high pressure area east of Madagascar, the Tibetan plateau gets intensely heated during summer, the movement of westerly jet stream to the north of the Himalayas. Apart from this, it has also been noticed that changes in pressure conditions over the southern oceans also affect the monsoons. Normally, when the tropical eastern South Pacific Ocean experiences high pressure, the tropical eastern Indian Ocean experiences low pressure. But in certain years, there is reversal in the pressure conditions and the eastern Pacific has lower pressure in comparison to the eastern Indian Ocean. And this periodic change in pressure condition is known as the Southern Oscillation or SO. Yes, so the periodic change in pressure conditions is known as the Southern Oscillation. So the difference in pressure over Tahiti, that is in Pacific Ocean, and Darwin in northern Australia is compounded to predict the intensity of the monsoon. Yes, the difference in pressure over Tahiti and Darwin in northern Australia is computed to predict the intensity of the monsoons, and the pressure differences were negative. It would mean below average and late monsoons. Yes. Now, we'll see a feature connected with the southern oscillations is the Alino phenomenon, in which a warm ocean current that flows past the Peruvian coast in place of the cold Peruvian current every 2 to 5 years. Yes, a feature connected with the southern oscillations is the Alino phenomenon, where a warm ocean current that flows past the Peruvian coast in place of the cold Peruvian current every 2 to 5 years. Now the changes in pressure conditions are connected to the El Nino. Yes, the changes in pressure conditions are connected to the El Nino. Hence the phenomenon is referred to as ENSO, El Nino Sudden Oscillations. El Nino Sudden Oscillations. Yes. Now, we'll see what is meant by El Nino. So this is a name which given to the periodic development of a warm ocean current along the coast of Peru as a temporary replacement of the cold Peruvian current. So El Nino is a Spanish word meaning the child and refers to the baby crest as this current starts flowing during Christmas, and the presence of El Nino leads to an increase in sea surface temperatures and weakening of the trade winds in the region. Yes. The El Nino name given to the periodic development of warm ocean current along the coast of Peru as a temporary replacement of cold Peruvian current. And El Nino is a Spanish word meaning the child and refers to the baby crest because this current starts flowing during Christmas, and the presence of the El Nino leads to an increase in sea surface temperatures and weakening of the trade winds in the region. Yes. Now after that we'll see the onset of the monsoon and withdrawal. Yes. So the monsoon unlike the trades, the monsoon unlike the trades are not steady winds but are pulsating in nature, affected by different atmospheric conditions encountered by it on its way over the warm tropical seas. The duration of the monsoon, which is between 100 to 120 days from early June to mid-September. The duration of the monsoon is between 100 to 120 days from the early June to mid-September, and around the time of its arrival, the normal rainfall increases suddenly and continues constantly for several days. This is known as burst. Yes. At the time of the arrival, the normal rainfall increases suddenly and continues constantly for several days, which is known as the burst of the monsoon and can be distinguished from the pre-monsoon showers. The monsoon arrives at the southern tip of the Indian peninsula, generally in the first week of the June. Yes, normally monsoon hits the Indian continent or Indian peninsula by the first week of June every year, and subsequently it proceeds into two, that is the Arabian Sea branch of the Arabian Sea branch, and second is the Bay of Bengal branch. The Arabian Sea branch reaches Mumbai about 10 days later on approximately around the 10th of June. So this is fairly rapid advance, whereas the Bay of Bengal branch also advances rapidly and arrives in Assam in the first week of June. The lofty mountains causes the monsoon winds to deflect towards the west over the Ganga plains. By mid-June, the Arabian Sea branch of the monsoon arrives over Saurashtra, Kutch and the central part of the country. The Arabian Sea and the Bay of Bengal branches of the monsoon merge over the northwestern part of the Ganga plains. Yes. Now, so friends, Delhi generally receives the monsoon showers from Bay of Bengal branch by the end of June, and by the first week of July, Western Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, Haryana and Eastern Rajasthan experience the monsoon. Yes, by mid-July, the monsoon reaches Himachal Pradesh and the rest of the country. Then, withdrawal or the retreat of the monsoon is a more gradual process. The withdrawal of the monsoon begins in northwestern states of our country by early September. So by mid-October, it withdraws completely from the northern half of the peninsula, and the withdrawal from the southern half of the peninsula is fairly rapid. So by early December, the monsoon has withdrawn from the rest of the country. Yes. Then the islands receive the very first monsoon showers progressively from south to north from the last week of April to the first week of May, and the withdrawal which takes place progressively from north to south from the first week of December to the first week of January. So by this time, the rest of the country is already under the influence of the winter monsoon. So the onset of the monsoon and withdrawal. Yes. So friends, before moving to the next part, the seasons, just we'll see beneficial or some attractive offers by Unacademy. We are providing comprehensive UPSC test series where you will get comprehensive tests like topic wise, sectional and full length test, where we are providing test series for pre and mains. You will get this comprehensive test series absolutely free, worth rupees 30,000. Now you can grab this opportunity with enrollment for 1 year subscription, minimum 1 year subscription, which means you can go with 1 year, 2 year or 3 year subscription. You can grab opportunity of free comprehensive UPSC test series, Maha subscription offer, also valid for few days, where you will get extended subscription or validity of your subscription, which means for 1 year you will get validity till May 2022, and for 2 year subscription you will get validity till May 2023. We are also providing huge discount on combo subscriptions. Yes, now those aspirants facing financial constraint, they can go with a no cost EMI or loan facilities. This is the link, and link is also provided in the description box. You can apply for the procedure through the link. We are providing 20 books worth rupees 10,000 absolutely free with minimum 1 year of subscription. One-on-one mentoring program. It's a personal mentoring. This offer is also valid till 30th June. You can go with the minimum 2 years of iconic subscription. Yes friends, we are going to start new batches from 30th June. We have 1 year, 2 year regular batches, revision batches and NCRT batches. Yes, now here we go with the next topic, the seasons. Yes friends, the monsoon type of climate is characterized by a distinct seasonal pattern. Yes, the monsoon type of climate is characterized by a distinct seasonal pattern. The weather conditions Yes friends, the weather conditions greatly change from one season to other, and these changes are particularly noticeable in the interior part of the country. Yes, the coastal areas do not experience much variation in temperature, though there is variation in rainfall pattern. Yes, the coastal areas do not experience much variation in temperature, though there is variation in rainfall pattern. Yes friends, so 4 main seasons can be identified in India, like cold weather season, hot weather season, advancing monsoon and retreating monsoon with some regional variations. So there are 4 main seasons can be identified: cold weather season, hot weather season, advancing monsoon and retreating monsoon. Now friends, first we'll see the cold weather season, that is winter. The cold weather season begins from mid-November in northern India and stays till February. December and January are the coldest month in the northern part of India. The temperature decreases from south to the north, and the average temperature of Chennai on the eastern coast is between 20 degrees Celsius to 25 degrees Celsius, while in the northern plains it ranges between 10 degrees Celsius and 15 degrees Celsius. So days are warm and nights are cold. Frost is common in the north and the higher slopes of the Himalayas which experience snowfall. So frost is common in the north and the higher slopes of the Himalayas experience snowfall. Yes, during the season, the northeast trade winds prevail over the country. They blow from land to sea, and hence the most part of the country it is dry season. Some amount of rainfall which occurs to the Tamil Nadu coast from these winds are here they blow from sea to land. So in the northern part of the country a feeble high pressure region develops with light winds moving outwards from this area and which influenced by the relief. These winds blow through the Ganga valley from the west and the northwest. The weather is normally marked by clear sky, low temperatures and low humidity and feeble variable winds. Yes, a characteristic feature of the cold weather season over the northern plains is the inflow of cyclonic disturbances from the west and the northwest, where these low pressure systems which originate over the Mediterranean Sea and the Western Asia which move into India along with the westerly flow. They cause the much needed winter rains over the plains and the snowfall in the mountains. Although the total amount of winter rainfall, locally known as Mahavat, is small, and they are immense importance for the cultivation of Rabi crops. The peninsular region does not have a well-defined cold season. There is hardly any noticeable seasonal change in temperature pattern during winters due to the moderating influence of the sea. The peninsular region does not have well-defined cold season, so there is hardly any noticeable seasonal change in temperature pattern during winters due to the moderating influence of the sea. Now see, advancing monsoon. Yes friends, See the date lines given in the map. Now see, here the monsoon reached at southern part on 1st June, then 10th June in Mumbai, 15th June in Gujarat, this is the one branch of Arabian Sea, and the branch of Bay of Bengal, where will reach to the Assam, or before that on 4th June they'll reach to the northeastern states. Yes. So this is a map which showing advancing monsoon in India. From the 1st June to at the southern coast, yes. Now next is the hot weather season, that is summer. Now friends, due to the apparent northward movement of the sun, the global heat belt shifts northwards, such as from March to May. It is hot weather season in India. The influence of the shifting of the heat or the heat belt can be seen clearly from temperature recordings taken during March to May at different latitudes. In March, the highest temperature is about 38 degrees Celsius, which recorded on the Deccan Plateau. In April, temperatures in Gujarat and Madhya Pradesh are around 42 degrees Celsius. In May, temperature of 45 degrees Celsius is common in the northwestern parts of the country. So in peninsular India, temperatures remain lower due to the moderating influence of the oceans. The summer months experience rising temperature and falling air pressure in the northern part of the country. Towards the end of May, an elongated low pressure area develops in the region extending from the Thar Desert in the northwest to Patna and Chotanagpur Plateau in the east and the southeast. Circulation of air begins to set in around this through. A striking feature of the hot weather season is the loo. Yes, striking feature of the hot weather season is the loo, and many of you have observed loo during the May, right? So these are strong, gusty, hot, dry winds blowing during the day over the north and the northwestern India. So sometimes they even continue until late in the evening. So direct exposure to these winds may be even prove to be fatal. Dust storms are very common during the month of May in northern India. These storms bring temporary relief as they lower the temperature and may bring light rain and cool breeze. This is also the season for localized thunderstorms associated with violent winds, torrential downpours, often accompanied by hail. In West Bengal, these storms are called the Kal Baisakhi. Yes, friends, in West Bengal, these storms are called the Kal Baisakhi. So the striking feature of the hot weather season is the Lu. These are the strong, gusty, hot, dry winds blowing during the day over the north and northwestern India. Sometimes they even continue until late in the evening. So direct exposure to these winds may even prove to be fatal. We have seen sometimes this fatal incident in northern India due to the Lu. Yes. So towards the close of the summer season, pre-monsoon showers are commonly, especially in Kerala and Karnataka. They help in the early ripening of mangoes and are often referred as mango showers. Now, after that, advancing monsoon, the rainy season. By early June, the low pressure condition over the northern plains intensifies. It attracts the trade winds of the southern hemisphere. These southeast trade winds originate over the warm subtropical areas of the southern oceans. They cross the equator and blow in a southwesterly direction, entering the Indian peninsula as the southwest monsoon. As these winds blow over warm oceans, they bring abundant moisture to the subcontinent. These winds are strong and blow at an average velocity of 30 km per hour, with the exception of these extreme northwest. The monsoon winds cover the country in about a month. Yes, friends. So by early June, the low pressure condition over the northern plains intensifies. So it attracts the trade winds from the southern hemisphere, and the southeast trade winds originate over the warm tropical areas of the southern oceans. They cross the equator and blow in southwesterly direction, entering the Indian peninsula as the southwest monsoon. Yes. So basically these winds are strong and blow at an average velocity of 30 km per hour. Yes, friends. So we have seen this advancing monsoon in the slide. Yes, in this map we have learned about the advancing monsoon. So the country which covered approx in 1 month, near about in 1 month, advancing monsoon. So basically these monsoon winds cover the country in about a month. So the inflow of the southwest monsoon into India brings about a total change in the weather. Early in the season, the windward side of the Western Ghats, which receives very heavy rainfall, more than 250 centimeter. The Deccan Plateau and parts of Madhya Pradesh also receive some amount of rain in spite of lying in the rain shadow area. The maximum rainfall of this season is received in the northeastern part of the country, where Monsoon is the southern ranges. Yes, Monsoon in the southern ranges of the Khasi Hills receives highest average rainfall in the world. Rainfall in the Ganga Valley, which decreases from the east to the west, and Rajasthan and parts of Gujarat get scanty rainfall. Yes. Then another phenomenon associated with the monsoon is its tendency to have breaks in rainfall. Thus, it has wet and dry spells. In other words, we can say that the monsoon rains take place only for a few days at a time. They are interspersed with rainless intervals. These breaks in monsoon are related to the movement of the monsoon through. For various reasons, the through and the axis keep on moving northward and southward, which determines the spatial distribution of rainfall. When the axis of monsoon through lies over the plains, rainfall is good in these parts, whereas the axis shifts closer to the Himalayas. There are longer dry spells in the plains, and widespread rain occur in the mountainous catchment areas of the Himalayan rivers. These heavy rains bring in their wake devastating floods, causing damage to life and property in the plains. The frequency and intensity of tropical depressions too determine the amount and duration of monsoon rains. These depressions form at the head of the Bay of Bengal and cross over to the mainland. So the depressions follow the axis of the monsoon through of low pressure, and the monsoon is known for its uncertainties. The alteration of dry and wet spells vary in intensity, frequency and duration. While it causes heavy floods in one part, it may be responsible for droughts in other. It is often irregular in its arrival and its retreat, hence sometimes disturbs the farming schedule of millions of farmers all over the country. Yes, this is advancing monsoon. Then retreating or post monsoon, the transition season. November, with the apparent movement of the sun towards the south, the monsoon throw or the low pressure over the northern plains becomes weaker. This is gradually replaced by a high pressure system. The southwest monsoon winds weaken and start withdrawing gradually. By the beginning of October, the monsoon withdraws from the northern plains. Retreating monsoon, the transition phase during the October and November. The southwest monsoon winds weaken and start withdrawing gradually. So by the beginning of October, the monsoon withdraws from the northern plains. Now see, retreating monsoon. Starts from 15th September, approximating Jammu and Kashmir. There is also from 1st September in part of the Punjab and Rajasthan. Retreating monsoon. So the months of October, November, from a period of transition from hot rainy season to dry winter conditions. The retreat of the monsoon is marked by clear skies and rising temperature. While day temperatures are high, nights are cool and pleasant. The land is still moist. Owing to the conditions of high temperature and humidity, the weather becomes rather oppressive during the day. So this is commonly known as October heat. In the second half of October, the mercury begins to fall rapidly in northern India. The months of October, November, from a period of transition from hot rainy season to dry winter conditions. So basically the retreat of the monsoon is marked by clear skies and rising temperature. While day temperatures are high, nights are cool and pleasant. The land is still moist. Owing to conditions of high temperature and humidity, the weather becomes rather oppressive during the day, and this is commonly known as October heat. Yes, friends. Monsoon, the wettest place on the earth, also reputed for its stalagmite and stalactite caves. Friends, you can revise the topic of climate 2 or 3 times to understand basic concepts. Now, the low pressure conditions over northwestern India get transferred to the Bay of Bengal by early November, and this shift is associated with the occurrence of cyclonic depressions which originate over the Andaman Sea. These cyclones generally cross the eastern coast of India, which cause heavy and widespread rain. These tropical cyclones are often very destructive, and the thickly populated deltas of the Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri are frequently struck by cyclones, which cause great damage to life and property. Sometimes these cyclones arrive at the coasts of Odisha, West Bengal and Bangladesh. The bulk of the rainfall of the Coromandel coast is derived from depressions and cyclones. Now, after that we'll see distribution of rainfall. Yes friends, now we'll start with the next topic, distribution of rainfall. Parts of western coast and northern eastern India receive over about 400 centimeter of rainfall annually. However, it is less than 60 centimeter in western Rajasthan and adjoining parts of Gujarat, Haryana and Punjab. Rainfall is equally low in the interior of the Deccan Plateau and east of the Sahyadris. A third area of low precipitation is around Leh in Jammu and Kashmir. So the rest of the country receives moderate rainfall and snowfall is restricted to the Himalayan region. Owing to the nature of monsoons, the annual rainfall is highly variable from year to year. Variability is high in the regions of low rainfall. Yes, owing to the nature of monsoons, the annual rainfall is highly variable from year to year. Variability is high in the regions of low rainfall, such as parts of Rajasthan, Gujarat, and the leeward side of the Western Ghats. So, as such, while areas of high rainfall are liable to be affected by floods, areas of low rainfall are drought prone. Yes, areas of low rainfall are drought prone areas. Now, after that we'll see monsoon as a unifying bond. So, we have already known the way the Himalayas protect the subcontinent from extremely cold winds from Central Asia. This enables northern India to have uniformly higher temperatures compared to other areas of the same latitudes. And similarly, the peninsular plateau, under the influence of the sea from three sides, has moderate temperatures. Despite such moderating influences, there are great variations in the temperature conditions. Nevertheless, the unifying influence of the monsoon on the Indian subcontinent is quite perceptible. The seasonal alteration of the wind, yes, the seasonal alteration of the wind systems and the associated weather conditions which provide a rhythmic cycle of seasons, even the uncertainties of rain and uneven distribution are very much typical of the monsoons. Yes, the Indian landscape, its animal and plant life, its entire agricultural calendar, and the life of the people, including their festivals, revolve around the phenomenon. Yes, the Indian landscape, its animal and plant life, its entire agriculture calendar, and the life of the people, including their festivities, revolve around this phenomenon. Year after year, people of India from north to south and from east to west eagerly await the arrival of the monsoon. These monsoon winds bind the whole country by providing water to set the agriculture activities in motion, and the river valleys which carry this water also unite as single river valley unit. Yes friends, this is the seasonal rainfall from June to September. See the rainfall in centimeters, like in this region, above 400 centimeters. Then 200 to 400. Then between 60 to 100 centimeters, 40 to 60, 20 to 40, and 0 to 20. Yes friends, now this is annual rainfall. Annual rainfall, next. Yes friends, the news or the clippings from leading newspapers which showing the monsoon and temperature or the weather conditions. So friends, today we have covered the climate. Now in next session we'll continue with the remaining part of this NCERT. Yes friends, we'll see you in next sessions of NCERT marathon. Will update you, so keep subscribing our channel. You will get notification. Yes friends, do not forget to like, share and subscribe Unacademy videos. We will guide you throughout the phases of civil services examination. So friends, that's it for today's session. Now, see you in the next lecture with continuation of this NCERT part. Till the time, keep studying, keep revising. Stay home, stay safe. Take care. Thank you.